Welcome to Shine Movement Space. This class challenges our stability and fires up our abdominals as we get moving using the Corefirst Level 1 resistance bands. We'll start warming up our spine and then target our upper body, glutes, and obliques. I hope this class leaves your core feeling activated and helps you get in touch with your inner balance. Find yourself a place to secure your bands and let's get moving and shine together. Hello, thanks for joining me today for some movement. We are using the Corefirst Level 1 system. We're going to start facing our anchor. I have a cushion here to put underneath my head for a little added comfort. And we'll start laying on our backs with our knees bent and our hands holding that core first. I just have my hands slip through the handles of that core first. I'm rolling down to my back. I'm finding a comfortable position with my knees bent here. We have a little bit of tension on that core first. We're going to start here taking our shoulders. We're going to shrug them up towards our ears and then exhale. Lengthen them down. Drawing our shoulders up and then exhale. Find some length here. Draw them up and then exhale. Roll them down and back. And let's do one more, just finding some length through our neck. Shoulders stay rolled down and back. You can take your feet, step them a little closer to your glutes, press it down through your heels, and roll up your spine to a shoulder bridge, one vertebrae at a time, just rolling up, finding that space between the vertebrae, and then we set our spine down one vertebrae at a time back to the mat. Let's do that again. We inhale, exhale, lower abdominals, draw in and up, our pelvis tilts. We come up to a shoulder bridge. We stay at the top, inhale, exhale, set your spine down one vertebrae at a time, creating space through those vertebrae, and then let your glutes release at the bottom. Inhale, exhale, just warming up that spine, tipping that pelvis, engaging those lower abs, pressing through those heels, and finding that shoulder bridge. And then we lower down with control, one vertebrae at a time, setting our spine on the mat like it's a string of pearls, one pearl at a time. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale, abdominals draw in and up. We press down through our heels and we find that shoulder bridge. We inhale at the top and we exhale, lowering down one vertebrae at a time, thinking of creating space between those vertebrae. And then we relax at the bottom. Step your feet just one step further away from you. We're going to inhale, exhale, curl on up and lower down. Just a half curl here. Curling up, warming up those abdominals and lower down. Abdominals draw in and up as we lift our head, neck, and shoulders. And lower, exhale. Thinking of flattening our abdominals towards our spine and drawing in and up through our pelvic floor. And lower, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Shoulders stay drawn down and back so they're not creeping up into our ears. Collarbone is open. And lower. And we're going to add a bicep curl now, if that feels good for you. Good. So we glue our elbows in towards our sides. Abdominals press down as we lift our head, neck, and shoulders. Pulling those bands with control. And we don't let those bands pull our arms straight. We're resisting as our arms straighten. Few more like that. Exhale. Find your rhythm here. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Very nice. Inhale here. Exhale. Make sure that rib cage is closed. We feel the connection between our ribs and our hips. Inhale. On the next exhale, we tip our chin, rolling up through our spine to seated here. Arms come overhead. They open to the side. They come back overhead, and then they roll on down. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale, chin nods. We roll up our spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Again, we open and we lift our arms, and then we curl on down. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling on up, scooping our abdominals to bring our torso up, and then we curl back, setting our spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale. Nod your chin. Abdominal scoop in and up. Open those arms. We raise them back up and we lower them down. Whew. Lower that spine. Inhale. Exhale. Curling on up, rolling on up. Open up. And we bring them forward and rolling down. As your arms open, make sure that your back is not swaying, so you're not arching your back or opening your rib cage. And then we nod our chin, scooping, rolling up. Leave your arms open. Think of your palms facing the back now, and little pulses backwards with your palm. Chest open, heart open. Exhale. Warming up those arms. Very nice. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your legs, raise your arms, and then find a forward fold. Loosening up your legs, shaking it out, and then grab, while you're over there, grab a little higher on those straps, and then stack your spine nice and tall. So you can see here that I've grabbed above the handles now. I'm going to bend my knees again. I roll back off my sitting bones. Elbow reaches towards the back. I look over my shoulder and back forward. Other side. Rotating to warm up those obliques now. And side. And poke that elbow back like you're nudging someone behind you. And front. Abdominals draw in and up. And we look over our shoulder. Rotating our torso. Find your rhythm here. And we come back to center with control, trying to keep our movements even. Shoulders are still drawn down and back. So we're not raising our arm up and raising our shoulder. Not some of this action, but nice and controlled. Feeling that powerhouse fire up now. And let's do 1 more each side. Very nice. Stack your spine, roll your shoulders up, down, and back. We are going to rotate to face perpendicular to the anchor. I'm going to switch my setup around, but you're laying perpendicular to the anchor and laying on your back. You can take that cushion, you can move it if you need some support for your head. Okay, friend, we are laying on our backs. We are perpendicular to the anchor here. I have the Corefirst band on my outside wrist, so the furthest one away from the anchor. I'm going to bend that elbow in towards my side, and I'm taking this hand and I'm rotating it open and closed. Open and closed. Feeling that bicep fire up in a different way this time. Open and close. Take a minute while you're doing this. Find your groundedness into that mat. Make sure your rib cage are nice and closed, that your back's not arched. Open and close. So the elbow is staying glued in towards your side. It's not up away from your body. Ooh, feeling that bicep in a way that we don't always work on, if that makes sense. Rotation. Open and close. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Very nice. From here, take your arms above your chest. I'm taking my opposite hand and I'm just letting it support so that my wrist isn't fighting this band too much. And then I'm going to walk my heels in just a little bit closer towards my bum. If you can get them on your mat, that's probably best for a grip situation. And then we're going to raise our hips and lower. So we're just raising our pelvis straight up and lowering down. Core is drawn in towards your spine. And we're fighting that band. So we're finding that stability in the center, even though the band wants to pull us towards the anchor, if that makes sense. So lift and lower, pressing down through our heels to activate our glutes. Good. On the next one, stay up in that bridge. We're going to march alternating legs, lifting them off the mat. You will find that one side is probably a lot more difficult than the other. Your stability really needs to kick in. That's when you feel that band wanting to pull you, right? Woo. Find a place, focus. Keep the glutes lifted off the mat, little marches. You can feel the stability really kick in your hamstring as you're raising that leg up. And then we keep our anchor side leg raised, the tricky one. Our toes tap down and up and down, really pressing through that heel. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Woo. Becomes a total body situation here. It was already one, but now it's just amped up a little bit. And up, and tap, and up, and tap, and up. How you doing? Tap, and up. 1 more, we tap. And up. Now we lower our bum and raise our bum. And lower. And lifts. And lower. And lift. And lower. Lift it up. Whew. Lower. And lift. Let's do 4. 3. 2. Last one, hold it up. Pressing down through that heel, nice and stable. Good, and lower with control. Whew. Even if those hips were just hovering, that's all right. We just are working on that stability. All right, from here, we tuck our chin, we roll on up to a seated position. Adjust yourself if needed. I wanna make sure I'm in the screen here. Knees are bent, arms are still in front of us. We roll off our sitting bones once more and rotate away. Rotating away from that anchor, firing up those obliques. Rotating. From here, we can add a little challenge if we want. Balancing with our knees lifted, legs pressed together. Abdominals draw toward your spine. Whew. Good. Last challenge, we go leg extend, rotate, and rotate. Switch, switch, rotate, and rotate. Switch, switch, rotate, rotate. Switch, switch, rotate, rotate. One more. Switch, switch, rotate, and rotate. Very good. Lower your legs with control. Come up to seated. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back. And let's get ready for the other side. Okay, we are starting laying on our back again. Really take a moment. Ground your pelvis into the mat. Close that rib cage. And put that core first onto your outside wrist. So the hand furthest away from the anchor. From here, elbow glues in towards our side. We rotate open and close. Like our arm is a book, opening and closing. Shoulders stay drawn down and back. Open and close. Open, firing up that bicep now. And shoulder, rotator cuff, all the things. Open and close. As that arm opens, I feel in my own body like a tiny tendency to want to arch my back. So I want to make sure that my rib cage is closed, knitted together, and that my arm is doing the work, and that my other muscles don't take over. Open and close. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Very nice. Arm comes over your chest. Opposite arm supports. We just keep that fist kind of right over our chest. Walk our feet in just slightly if needed. And then we lift up to the bridge and lower. Finding that shoulder bridge and lower. My shoulder bridge is not going quite as high as it might be if my head was flat on the ground. So if you do have a cushion underneath your head, you might feel the same way, like you don't have as much range of motion. And that's because my neck is slightly lifted and it's feeling a little bit different on my spine. And that's okay. Right now I want my neck to feel comfortable. And as long as that cushion is not too big so that your neck is not flexed, it's rather finding a nice comfortable straight line, then we're good. Good. Keep your hips up now. Here we go. We march our legs alternating and lift. So abdominals have to draw in, shoulders stay drawn down and back. Ooh, core is engaged. Find a point on the ceiling and focus in. Trying to minimize the shift between each side of your body. We're working those innermost muscles to keep ourselves stable. Try not to let our hips shift and twist too much. Very nice. On the next one, we leave that anchor side leg lifted and we tap our toes down and up, down and up. Ooh, really feeling that band want to pull me towards the anchor. So I'm trying to ground through my shoulder blades on the ground. This inner thigh and outer thigh is working to keep that leg stable. Whew. Hamstring, of course, is fired up. All the things once more. Whew. Focus in, find your own rhythm. Try to keep those hips hovered. And if you need to take a break, you just lower those hips and reset. It's okay. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Hips lower and lift and lower and lift. How you doing? Lower and lift. Press down through that heel. Keeping that core stability. Whew. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one, hold it up. Breathe. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower with control. Ooh, my bum didn't have very far to go, but that's okay. It was a challenging exercise, right? All right, from here, feet come further away from our bum. We inhale, exhale, nod your chin, abdominals draw in, and we roll on up to seated here. Very nice. Whew. From here, inhale, almost made it through. Exhale, curl back off your sitting bones. We rotate and center. Obliques coming into play again. Exhale. I'm thinking of scooping my abdominals in and up as I rotate away. When you're ready, if you'd like, you can lift your feet up, glue your inner thighs together. Wow, I can feel them even more now that we did the other side. Rotating. Few more like this. When you're ready, add the leg extension if you'd like. You have stretch and stretch, twist and twist. Stretch, just a few more, stretch, twist, twist. Slicing my arms past my legs. 2 more. 1 more. Very nice, lower with control. Ooh, shoulders roll up, down, and back. I can feel it. How about you? Oh, goodness. We are going to face away from the anchor Corefirst is on our wrists, and let's finish this up. Okay, we are seated on our knees here. If this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to put that cushion underneath your bum. That's going to help take some pressure off of your feet. And then we have the Corefirst bands around our wrists to finish, facing away from the anchor. Whew. All right, they're on our wrist. We're going to take our arms, bring our hands behind our head. Make sure your elbows can come in front of your body and you can see them in the peripheral vision. Not that they're popping our chest open like this. That means you're too far away from the anchor. So you'll need to scoot a little bit closer towards your anchor. From here, we can see our elbows in our peripheral vision. We're just going to find a few more crunches. We're rounding our spine, finding a C curve, exhaling, curling, bringing our elbows in, and then straightening our spine. Exhale. And inhale. I want you to really try to feel your abdominals scooping backwards here. Really try to target that feeling. Rib cage closes. Exhale. Feel your abdominals work for you, pulling in and up as your elbows close. And up and close. So you can easily not feel this if you're just moving your elbows and not rounding your spine. So really think of finding a C curve with your spine, and your abdominals initiate the movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then as we come back center, we stack nice and tall. Proud of what we've done today. And if we've had some shakes today, if we've had a challenging session, we start to say, that's okay. Thank you, body, for moving today, for doing your best. Exhale. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Inhale, last thing here. Our elbows come in front of us. Our palms face out. We hinge our torso slightly, abdominals drawn in, press and bend, press and bend. I know this probably looks funny with me coming at you at the screen, but hopefully you're not looking at me. You're focusing your gaze on the mat in front of you. Neck nice and long. Palms pressing forward, finding that inner calm through the shakes. This is a challenging one for me because my upper body strength is something I'm working on. So if it feels like that for you, it's okay. I'm right there with you, and why not practice it together? Let's do 4 more. 3 more. Last one. Very good. Lower your arms with control. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back. Grab the bands behind you and your hands further up. Tuck your chin. Roll on down out to like a child's pose. Letting the bands pull you. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Let your shoulders draw down and back and relax. You deserve it. One more deep breath in here. Inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. And on the next inhale, exhale. Stack your spine up nice and tall. Open your chest. Whew, who knows what my hair looks like, but it doesn't matter, right? Roll those shoulders up, down, and back. All right, let's take that Corefirst system off of our wrists and find ourselves in a comfortable seated position to end this routine. Inhale here. Scoop up all that good energy you created. Exhale. Bring those hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Inhale. Feel your heart beating. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Thank yourself for that effort. Exhale. Let your arms flow open. Let your eyes open. Roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please do subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.